the things that I have personally seen a lot from is that a lot of senior leadership, right? So people at the very top, they still don't understand the fact that AI system will make mistakes. So when a product is about to be released, right? I've often seen some CXO will come, try, give 5, 10 examples of or 5, 10 trials of their own as inputs. And if those 5 to 10 trials come out great, then it's a great product. If a fraction of those 5 to 10 inputs don't necessarily yield the desired results, they kind of get freaked out.
Yeah,
And when an AI team tells them, hey, this is kind of say 85% or 87% or 90% or 92%, somewhere anything less than 95% is seen as a cardinal sin.
yeah,
Have you faced this and how do you deal with this?
yeah, that's true as well. So I think it's a question of, again, you have to realize your AI is a means to an end. So this is going to be true. It's a question of, so when we are testing our conversations as well, we do two sets of testing. One is, because we have a very experienced, a team of conversational analysts, they have a sense of what the typical user would ask, because they kind of do regular audits, they understand the tone. So we would kind of do almost like, uh, you know the large part of the bell curve kind of a test in terms of, does this pass? And then what we do is basically almost stress testing, where you are trying to push it to the extremes. You do not expect your user to actually ask those questions, but you're trying to kind of get a sense of the edge cases of the model in terms of at what point does it break. What happens in these scenarios, and this reminds me of a few scenarios when, this was in my startup, again, in front of some CIO, and they will come and just to test the model in terms of how intelligent it is, they will ask an extremely random question which none of their users would ask on a usual scenario. And if it is able to answer that, it's fine. If not, it's like it's not proved in the asset test. Again, AI is not an answer to every question. It's a means to an end. So I think, again, this is again, maybe a shout out to all the product professionals in terms of when you're setting the expectations, or even when you're running the test, just like any other technology, just like a form cannot, a Google search bar cannot, do something which, some other product can do. It's meant for a particular purpose. It will get it right, say 95, 98% of the time. There will be 2% of the time when it is going to be an edge case. So your tolerance for some of the edge case scenarios has to be understood. But as long as when you're testing the what it is meant to do, you get your guardrails right, you're compliant from a overall perspective, I think you're fine. So just to summarize, yes, it's a question of don't sweat the edge cases. Focus on the main business use case, focus on the main value that you're generating, and if you're able to generate that value, use AI. Otherwise, AI will not, like any other human or any other technology, will not be right 100% of the time. It can never be the case. It's always probability.